Hello friends, welcome once again to the India's Job Hunt site and YouTube channel. If you haven't yet subscribed the channel, please do so. So in future, if we are doing more recordings, you will get notified. This week I am here with the 11th January upcoming interviews. So I have shortlisted a couple of the interviews which may help you to filter out that which interview you should go and which you can delay or no, you can take it in further week. So I have a couple of interviews this week which I have looked with the multiple sites, and here I have filtered out couple of that. One of the Oracle is hiring for experienced person for SQL and PLSQL. So keep in mind this is for Oracle, and HCL Noida is hiring for freshers. This is really good. So but this is for the Noida location, but actually they had told that it is all over India, but no, I think mostly the interviews will happen there. Then we have HCL Chennai hiring for the experienced people, and then we have Girikon, and Girikon is hiring for the freshers again. So keep in mind there are interviews for both freshers and as well as for the experienced people. So let's look for the all the interviews one by one, what are all technologies, what are all criteria, and what are all dates they have put it. So once again, I'll ask everyone subscribe the channel so you will get notified whenever we are uploading a new video about the upcoming interviews. So this is for Oracle walk-in interview on 11th January 2020. So this is for job location is Bangalore. So if you look at here, if I'll go back, so if you look development experience in Oracle SQL PLSQL, so writing stored procedure, trigger function, views, JavaScript, XML, and web services. So I think if you look at the Oracle opening, I think they need mostly the people who are very good, very strong in stored procedure, triggers, function, views. So mainly if you know how to write a SQL query or SQL script. So if I look at JavaScript, XML, and web services, I'm not getting why they had put it here. Maybe the project they are hiring, it may include consuming some of the web services. So that could be the reason they had put it JavaScript and XML. Strong coding. So as I told you, they might be looking, yes, so they had mentioned that strong coding experience in PL/SQL and good in SQL queries. So this is a good opportunity for the people who are really good in SQL procedures and all. Explore to banking or finance domain in an advantage. So this I think says that the project is related something to the banking domain. So because the requirement, so they might be looking someone who has already have a banking background or the finance background. So it looks like the whatever work you will get may be related. If you are getting selected, you will get mostly all the requirement related to the banking and finance. Good communication skill, ready for travel. So this shows that this project has an on-site, so you should be careful when you are going for interview, well prepared, and you should keep in mind because it is already mentioned in their primary skills, means because they are asking for good communication. So if you are going for on-site, definitely you have to communicate with the clients and the other team. So ready for travel, I think this is a good point. You may get the on-site opportunity if you are looking to travel abroad. Qualification, bachelor degree in CS, IT, and EE or MCA background or related equivalent professional qualification. So this is common, like any CS, IT, and EE or MCA background candidate can go for the interview. And if you look at the experience, this is 2 to 7, so they are really looking person who has a well experience. 2 to 7 means more than people who are having 2 to 7 year of experience. They mostly keep writing all the procedures, because after 7, if you are a lead or all, you no get more into the kind of management or guiding work than actual writing the procedures or code. So you should be no, this is good for the people who are having a 2 to 7 year of experience. So I think this is good. Other thing what they had mentioned, kindly send your CV. Okay, they had mentioned the email address where you should send your resume. So this is others.md@oracle.com. So you should send resume at this email ID, and then they are asking for the if you are sending the resume, you should mention total year of experience in IT, relevant experience in PL SQL development. So please notice that the focus is always on PL SQL development, and additional value to if you have experience in banking domain. Current organizations, current salary, expected salary, current location. So these all are common, but you should mention these, you should mark these 2 things if you are going for the interview. And you should, if you are writing mail to the HR, you should detail it. I think that will be a value add to get shortlisted the resume. Let's look next. CAPGEMINI. CAPGEMINI is hiring for Azure with .NET development, and this is for Mumbai and Bangalore position. So this I think got listed today only, and we have urgent opening for Azure position with .NET developer. They had mentioned the key skill: Azure, EAS, Azure Function, API Management Service, Bus, ERM templates, and .NET Core. So I think .NET Core they had just mentioned as a support, but main focus will be on Azure developers. So if you are really good, or if you had worked on Azure before, or if you are doing right now, you can attend the interview. But I think if you are only going for .NET, it is very hard to get selected. So better if you have combination of both, and if you can answer in the panel, you should attend this interview. Job location, as I told, it is Mumbai and Bangalore. Work experience 4 to 9. So definitely you look at the experiences required more. So definitely they are looking a person who is really good in .NET, or sorry, not in .NET, in Azure, and he should have a knowledge of .NET as well. So here, interested candidate, can you can send the resume to the listed email ID. So mention this. I have noted this detail as well. So it is easy to send the email ID, and you can get feedback from the HR if your resume is getting shortlisted. Next, here is the job description. As I told you, Azure PaaS comparison of Service Bus, Cosmos DB, API management, Azure Function, Azure Insight, and Azure Active Directory integration, ARM templates, and PowerShell, .NET Core. I think here the main focus is on Azure. So you should, and if you are really strong in Azure, then only go. Otherwise, don't waste your time. Let's look next. Okay, HCL Noida. This is for freshers. So freshers should be ready for that. Specifically, who are in Noida, Delhi, Gurgaon, they can go and attend the interview. So HCL Noida is recruiting freshers like you through an exercise walk-in recruitment drive on 11th January, and it will start from 9 a.m. onwards. So here is the more detailed job location is across India, so they may post you anywhere. Position is data analyst, Salary, they had mentioned the salary 2.5 lakh per annum. Walk-in interview 11 January, working time 9 a.m. onwards, and experience required freshers. And here is a venue details where you can go for. This is venue is HCL Technologies, 8-9 sector 60 Noida. So this is good for the people who are staying Ghaziabad, Noida, Gurgaon and Delhi. Easily, I think people can who are there in Faridabad also they can approach. So now let's look the skills they are looking. So strong understanding about the machinery tools and parts. So machinery tools and parts, I think this is something related to the they might have project related to the mechanical product. Good analytical skill, should be able to use MS Excel and MS PowerPoint. So definitely this is something like design kind of project related to the mechanical I can see, because they haven't mentioned anything related to the any language or any design kind of thing. Eligibility criteria 2018 and 2019 BTech passed out. So only CS and IT people should go for the interview because they had mentioned. I don't think so. If they had mentioned, then they will consider anyone else. There are two categories divided on basis on marks obtained. One person who has scored more than 85% marks throughout 10th and 12th. So and graduation. Oh, so you have to. I think the person who scored more than 85% throughout in his academic, he will get more weightage, and person who has scored more than 70 to 84% throughout his academic, he will get a weightage of that. But I think they are not going to get higher less than 70%. That's what, because it is not mentioned here. So here is a job description. So review, design, development and implementation, understand new requirement and come up with a design for new features. So this looks something like related to the design project than the development, but this is really good if you are being a fresher, if you are getting such kind of opportunity. And I think that is the reason they are putting more than 85 to their cutoff is, I can say, the 70%. So they need more related to the design and kind of analytical skills, strong analytical skills. So you should be those who are really good in analytical skill and kind of creative things. They should go and attend this interview, and you should make sure your mark should be minimum 70% throughout your graduation. Here if you will see, this is for Java developers and this is for Chennai location. This is another HCL opening, but January 11th is only the walk-in, but this is for the Java developers. So Java full stack developer, any graduates experience is 3 to 8 years, and job description you can see we are looking for HCL technologies. Please go through. Following some of the vacancies, we are looking for the Java resource who is strong in Java, J2EE and web services for a senior developer position at Chennai location. So as I mentioned, this is for Chennai location. So you should be very clear. You should be very strong in Java, J2EE and web services. And this is not for Bangalore or Mumbai or Delhi location. This is for Chennai location. So keep in mind, you can notify your friends who are there in Chennai. If they can utilize this opportunity. So let's see important details. Location, job location is also Chennai. Openings is 40, and this is the opening date when they had opened it. And the venue is given here. The walk-in interview on 11th January from 9 a.m. onwards. So HCL Technologies training room number 2, tower 2, and this is Soliganallu campus. I'm not familiar with the Chennai, and so maybe the respected people can have it. Here is ahmad_s@hcl.com. So you can send your resume to this email ID, so easily HR can screen your resume and they can schedule the interview. If you, or you can, since it is marked as a walking, so you, even though you can walk through. Selection process will be on the basis of interview. So I think when it is mentioned, so like same, maybe one written or direct face-to-face interview, or maybe 1 or 2 round of technical and then HR interviews. So I think this is quite good for the Java people who are really strong in Java, J2EE and web services. It looks, and a number of positions also quite looks good to me, because if audience is not more, then more chances are to getting selected, because 40 members, either it is they are hiring for completely one account or they are going to open a new account, it seems. So let's look for the new Girikon. This is a Bangalore company which is completely hiring for the software engineer trainees on, and the interviews on 11th January. So this is also, let's look for the criteria, experience. They are completely looking for freshers, job type, walk-in, category, IT software, job position, software engineer trainee. So because it is for freshers, so definitely it will be marked as a trainee. Number of positions 10, so make sure positions are very limited, and qualification BTech, MCA and diploma in CS and IT. So just be sure number of positions are limited, so you should be very good while going for the interview. You should prepare well. Here's the salary for initial month. CTC will be 10K per month. After 6 months, CTC will be 2.88 lakhs per annum. So they have marked that during your training period, the salary will be 10K per month. So you should note that if you are not willing to go for the interview and not ready for the salary, you should keep in mind. But as per me, you should go attend the interview and then you should decide whether if you are getting selected or not. Because sometimes money doesn't matter. It matters what kind of project you are getting, what kind of technology you are going to work. So because once you got selected and you are on training period, you will not come to know when 6 months got over. So should not care about money when you are a fresher, and if you are getting good technologies to work on, like, so I think you can ignore the salary part. Interview process, it is written test, voice and accent, shortlisting for the second day. Wow, technical face-to-face, then HR, offer processing. So here you should note it. There is a written test, then voice and accent means they are looking for the good communication skill, and then technical face-to-face, and then HR, and then further they will process your resume. Tentative, okay, date of joining, they had given that they are looking person who can join within 20th January. Desired communication skills, so I think being a fresher, you should be good at least in the basic of your academic, analytic, and problem solving, conceptual of database, you can say OOPS concept, data structure, good communication skill, self-driven and motive. These are the normal thing, but you should be very good in C++, object-oriented programming. I think like jQuery, CSS, HTML, this you may not be, should not be much worried, but yeah, at least you should be good in algorithm, which you learn in your engineering. So, and data structures and C++ concept. So this may help you to go through the interview. So this is good opportunity for the freshers, so keep in mind. Here is a job description, so I think this should not be much worried for you because already they had mentioned what they are looking, so you should focus on that. It could be not much help you to go through the interview because mostly they will mention here the project detail, what kind of project they are looking and all. So you should focus more and more on your interview if you are freshers. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, friends. I'll get back to you in the next week when I'm getting something new again. So let me go through once again for you. Please subscribe the channel to get for the new technologies. So we have Oracle this week, and then we have CAPGEMINI for .NET and Azure, and we have HCL Noida freshers Walkin, that is for data analyst position, and then we have HCL Chennai for Java developers, 3 to 8 year of experience, and then we have Girikon Walkins for freshers this weekend. Thank you all. Thank you very much. I'll keep posting you with a good number of good positions and good companies. So please subscribe channel and continue watching. Thank you all. Have a good day. Hello friends, welcome again. Indian job hunt, find your next interview. So as we had mentioned in our previous interviews that we are coming up with a new statistics to give the who are looking for the job or job seekers with the best interviews, which running over the most of the IT cities like Bangalore, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Pune. So I request everyone of you who are looking this video, please subscribe the channel if you haven't subscribed our YouTube channel. So this will help you whenever we are posting any new videos. You will get notified that okay, that your next interview has been scheduled, or we had posted a new video about the interviews on our YouTube channel. So let's look for this week interviews, mostly on the weekend. What are the walk-ins? So here we have Oracle, and Oracle is looking for the SQL and PLSQL. So this is for the experienced people. Then we have HCL Noida Drive, and this is completely for freshers. HCL Chennai, this is hiring for the experienced people, and I think this is for the Java position. And then we have Girikon. Girikon is also looking for the freshers. So we have 2 freshers and 2 experienced opening this week. So we'll focus mostly on freshers as well as the experienced position. So let's look for the Oracle. So this is on 11th January, as you can see the date mentioned, 11th January. So this is for this week, and this is for the Bangalore location as mentioned. So if we look for the primary skills, so if you look at that, it is clearly mentioned that development experience in Oracle, SQL, PSSQL is required. So this is very important, like when they had mentioned that they need a good developer in the SQL and PSSQL. So if I say the people who are really good and strong in the store procedure writing, store procedure, trigger and function and views, they should attend. Even this is Java, XML and web services also mentioned. So they might be consuming some of the web services in the project. So that is a reason they had mentioned, but I think their primary focus will be on how good you are in writing the SQL queries. So you see the second point also they had mentioned, you should be very good in the SQL queries. So you should mark that if you are really good in PLSQL and the writing SQL queries or writing the SQL script, you should go and attend the interview. Exposure in exposure to banking or finance domain. So this is, I think, related to this project is related to the banking and finance, and that is the reason they are hiring. They had mentioned that if you have a banking and finance domain background, this may help you to get through the interview and will give you more weightage than compare who hasn't worked in the banking or the finance domain. Good communication skill, ready to travel, so that means there is an on-site opportunity. You should note at this point, this is a really good, if you are getting good opportunity to travel on-site or foreign, life may change. So you should mark all such points when you are going for the interview. Qualification, CS, IT, EE and MCA background. So only these 3 people should go. Rest should, even if you are from the electronics or electrical and you are good in SQL, PS, SQL, they haven't listed those domains, so better you shouldn't go for that. So let's experience people, 2 to 7 years of experience. So you see this, they want the creamy layer who mostly had hands-on experience on writing the procedures, SQL queries. So you should note this point. So good opportunity, all the best who has this experience within this range and attending the interview. Then it's kindly send your CV. So yeah, here they had mentioned to whom you should send the CV. So others.md@oracle.com. I think this is the HR who is going to shortlist your resume. So please send the resume before going to the interview. That will help you to get scheduled and more timings and all. Even though they had marked that interview is going to be on 11th January. Yes. Next is CAPGEMINI. CAPGEMINI is hiring for Azure with the .NET developer. This is really awesome position, and Azure, that in market booming like anything. Everyone is looking for Azure developer. .NET, I think it become now for the, if it is marked that the Azure developer, that means they are focusing that you should have a good experience on the Azure development. So Azure PaaS, Azure Function, API Management, Services Bus. So all this, I had worked on Azure but not much. So I cannot tell you that what can make you crack the interview. But yeah, definitely if you are really worked on the Azure and have little knowledge of the .NET, may allow you to crack the interviews. But .NET Core won't, if you are really good in .NET Core and if you think that you can crack this interview without having experience on Azure, I think that may not work out, because when it is mentioned as Azure developer position with .NET, so primarily they will focus on Azure, because I had attended couple of the interviews sometime and it hadn't worked out. So job location, Mumbai, Bangalore. Work experience, 4 to 9 years of experience. So you look at the range they had mentioned, so they really need a experienced and good experienced person who can work on Azure and .NET. Here is a HR email ID is mentioned. You can send your resume to this email ID, and your resume will get screened and you may get call for the interview, or you can walk through it. JD is also, I can see it is a very strong JD. Services Bus, Cosmos DB, API Management, Azure PaaS comprising of all Azure functions, application insights, and Azure Active Directory integration. So you look at the more focus is on Azure. So if you're really good in Azure, then only go. Otherwise, don't waste your time. If you have any other opportunity, go for that. You may get selected. Then HCL Noida, yes, HCL Noida is hiring for freshers. So freshers should focus on this. This is a really good position, and you know the job location is across all over India. So once you got selected, you may be deployed anywhere, Mumbai, Delhi, Noida, Gurgaon. So you should look all such expect that you should not think, okay, this is only for Noida, or I cannot go to the Bangalore or something like that. And this is completely for freshers. So let's look at the timing. It is 11th January, and this is also walk-in, so no restrictions whether you got the call or you did not got the call. You can directly walk through the company. And job location across the India, positions data analyst, salary 2.5 lakh, walk-in interview days already mentioned, experience fresher, how to apply, interested and eligible candidate can directly walk into the below mentioned venue. So here is the venue detail mentioned and directly even. So I think people who are there in Noida, Gurgaon, or basically Delhi, Ghaziabad can target for this interview, and they can walk through for this interview. That may help for the majority of the people for the Delhi NCR. Now here, if we look the key skill, strong understanding about the machinery tool and parts. So I think this project is related to the mechanical. Good analytic skill, should be able to use Microsoft Excel and Microsoft PowerPoint. Definitely this is something related to the mechanical design and development. Eligibility criteria 2019 and 18 passed out. CS and IT people should go. So this is not for any other domain. This is only for CS and IT. And there are two categories on the basis of mark obtained. So they had filtered out the creamy layer and second creamy layer. So greater than 85% marks throughout their academic, and in between 70 to 84%. And I think that is the reason this is really a strong position. So they are not hiring below the 70%. They only want not toppers or creamy layer. So I think this is really good for those they are really good in design development or any kind of creative work that may help for those people. This interview may help and crack through the interview. So you have to show something. So review, design, development, and implementation. So you can see the job description. It speaks that they are really looking for the talented people. Then this is for HCL Technology, walking on 11 January 2020 for Java full stack developer. This is for Chennai location. So people who are in Bangalore or in Chennai, or those who are in Bangalore wants to move to the Chennai, can attend this interview. And this is for the, you can see we are looking for Java resources who are strong in Java, J2EE and web services. I am reading from here. So this is what they are looking: Java, J2EE and web services. So definitely there is web services getting consumed in Java, and experience 3 to 8 years of experience any graduate can. So there is like mechanical, CS, anyone can qualify who has experience in Java. So no matter like which stream he is following. Important details: Chennai location, openings 40. So I think this is completely, they are going to build a new account. So there are more chances to get selected if you are having good experience in Java. So you should mention that, because 40 paid positions is very huge position, and I think it will take more than 1 month to fill out these positions. Timing 11 January 9 AM onwards. And HCL Technologies, I think this is Chennai location. So people who are there in Chennai can note down this address and can grab this opportunity for their future. Here is Ahmed_S is at the HCL is the email ID mentioned. You can send your resume, and the selection process will be basis on interview. So it is like same face-to-face, might be no a written test and then technical and then HR, or it may be face-to-face, managerial round and technical. So it could be anything because they hadn't mentioned anything, so it's very hard to say from here. Girikon was walk-in freshers. So this is for the freshers 2019 and 2020 who are going to be passed out, and this is for freshers trainee on 11th January. So mostly freshers should target this because they had clearly mentioned, so I think there is no space for the experienced people. Yes, so this is only for freshers. Job type walk-in, job categories IT software, so people should look at it. This is for freshers, so there is a good opportunity for the freshers. Number of positions are less, but still you can give it a try if you think that okay, really you want a job and you can crack the interview. Qualification BA, BTech, MCA and diploma in CS and IT. So definitely they are looking wide range of people, so maybe you can say the number of candidates maybe more for the interview. Salary per month for initial 6 months it is 10,000, and after 6 months your CTC will be 2.88 lakh per annum. So I think you should be least further about the salary. You should focus more on what kind of project, what kind of technology you are going to work. That will help your future, because when your 6 months will get over, you will not come to know at all. So once you got selected and once you are on training period, your time will go like anything. So you should not focus more on salary. You should look at the technologies which you are going to work and what kind of project you are going to work. Let's look for the interview process. Written test, voice and accent, shortlisting for the second round. Then on 12th January you will see face-to-face, HR and offer processing. And they had mentioned the joining dates, so definitely you should be ready to join if you're going through the interview, and if you're clearing all the rounds, you will get your joining letter and you need to join the Girikon within the 20th January. So here is a desired skill. So I think for freshers it always matters. They should be very good, strong analytical skill solving problems, and database, data structure, mostly algorithms which you learn in the engineering. So those are the most frequently asked for freshers during the interview. And then you look for the knowledge on C++. So this is very basic and you should know strong when you are going for the interview. So because mostly the panel will focus, because they know that you don't have much experience, so mostly you will get the questions related to your algorithms, data structures, OOPS concept, and some of them from the C and C++ programming. You need to focus on JavaScript, jQuery and CSS HTML. So because everyone know that mostly freshers won't work on such technologies during their career, so you should focus on what can make you go through the interview. Yes, and here is a job description: data analyst, software developer, Salesforce. So I think this is for different positions they have, which will help you to so they mentioned the job profile which you will get it once you are selected. So I think you should target this interview as how you can achieve this, so that will help you to get a new offer. That's it for this weekend. I have all these things for you this week, so you should be very good. Again, I am telling, please subscribe the channel to get all kind of job openings for the next week. So just I'll recap again: Oracle, HCL Noida, HCL Chennai and Girikon. This is the companies for this week. On Saturdays, be ready, be prepared. All the best. Have a good day.